Now go across to someone who's not only tracked the Rashtriya Swayamsevak Sangh very, very closely over the many years, and he's been closely associated with them, but he's also followed politics and Bharat's rise over the last many decades. But most importantly, he's also the editor Tughlaq. And the state of Tamil Nadu is not bereft of its own brand of politics and developments, recent developments. So let's go straight across to S. Gurumurthy ji, who's with us right now. Gurumurthy sir, namaskaram. Thank you very much for your time.
Namaskaram.
My first question to you, sir, let's start with the RSS and the stamp that's been issued commemorating 100 years of service. And it says Rashtra Bhakti, Seva and Anushasan in Hindi in the stamp. But it's the imagery that is important. The 1963 Republic Day parade shows the RSS there. And also beneath that is the seva and the service that the RSS has rendered. What is the significance of this?
See, the RSS is probably one of the most unjustly defamed organizations in the whole world. As someone who has lived through it and also seen from the outside perspective, whether it is business or journalism or public affairs, politics, I have felt how unjustly this organization has been treated because it never sought publicity. It never even thought of speaking about what it was doing. It is only the contextual compulsions, the historical compulsions that an organization must speak about itself, which made the RSS even to say what it was doing. I remember in 1972, the Swayamsevaks gave a book which contained the record of services done by the Swayamsevaks during the Bangladesh war. To Guruji Golwalkar. He was so upset that for doing service to your own mother, you want to publish a book and advertise it. This is the origin of the RSS. But the world is such that unless you speak about yourself, there is nobody who is going to talk about you. The RSS suffered from this. In fact, when Khushwant Singh met the RSS chief Guruji Golwalkar, he said the same thing. You say so many wrong things about the RSS. Have you said anything about the great service that they render to the society? So, secular politics in India, this vote bank drift, has made the RSS one of the most, what I can say, even dreaded organizations. And how unjust and unfair it was, I knew. So I think because the RSS has now proved itself as not only an organization of mighty different streams of public work, it has proved itself as a responsible organization. People associated with RSS is in power and it is doing great service. It is doing man making for nation building.
But Gurumurthy
so I am very happy at least the present government has come forward to acknowledge it.
But Gurumurthy ji, in Tamil Nadu, RSS equal to Sanatana Dharma and Sanatana Dharma equal to Noi or a disease. This is the statement that's been made by the political disposition there, and this is the narrative.
This narrative is fake narrative because only E.V. Ramsamy Naikar knew that Sanatana Dharma means Tamil culture, Tamil literature, Sangam Tamil literature, and the Tamil past means Sanatana Dharma. That is why he hated and expressly declared that the Tamil literature must be completely eliminated. He said Tirukural is human stool kept on a golden plate because it explains Sanatana Dharma. Tolkappiyam explains Sanatana Dharma. So the current generation of leaders do not know about it. The person who spoke about Sanatana Dharma as an evil doesn't know that this is what the great Periyar, whom they worship, told about the Tamil society. So it is ignorance that makes them speak like this and create these narratives. But these narratives will be washed away very soon.
Why do you say that? Because somewhere many believe that the BJP, the political offshoot of the RSS, and the RSS has failed in Tamil Nadu to bring a Rashtriya narrative and to also perhaps break away some of these perceptions that have been created by so-called Dravidian politics.
Anand, I will tell you, it is actually the failure of the Congress party. The Congress party failed to explain what the Tamil culture, Tamil literature, Tamil personages were. And one of the failures of the Congress party was not to have addressed the regional aspirations, regional pride, regional languages. And so it left a huge vacuum, which the DMK grabbed in 1965, as late as 1965. Till 1965, the DMK did not touch Tirukural or Tamil literature or Tamil culture. It is only when the Hindi agitation came, they suddenly shifted their loyalties to Tamil. You know, the first book Karunanidhi wrote about Tirukural was in 1996. So it is the failure of the Congress. When the mainstream political party fails and it joins the adversary, the DMK, you can understand the kind of defection that took place from nationalism to parochialism.
Yes.
And the RSS had to begin from the scratch.
So now what is the current situation, sir? Is the RSS, the BJP anywhere in the discourse? Is a nationalistic narrative anywhere in the discourse? Even with TVK, Vijay, he seems allergic to anything to do with the NDA or the BJP.
You see, for some people who look at the Tamil politics from outside through statistics, they will not be able to understand the qualitative shift that is taking place in Tamil Nadu politics at the social level, at the ground level, at the cultural level, at the religious level. You know, in 1970s, when the DMK was ruling the roost, the temples were almost forgotten. Gods were forgotten. The gods were removed from the public life of Tamil Nadu. Today, the only place of attraction is temples. Political leaders are trying to find their pictures aligned with God's pictures during temple festivals. That is the only place where people assemble without taking money or without any benefit being received from the political parties and the system.
Right.
The society has changed completely. So it is only a matter of time when politics will also change, and it is changing. Otherwise, the DMK, BJP would not have got 18% votes in 2024 elections. It was not merely vote. It was a shift. It was politics aligning itself with the society.
So what do you see happening now? How would you see the Karur tragedy, the reaction of the BJP, the reaction of the DMK? How do you read the current situation now?
You see, unfortunately in Tamil Nadu, after M.G. Ramachandran succeeded in breaking the DMK and establishing a political party which became more powerful than the DMK, every cinema actor began feeling that he could do what MGR did. But MGR was not an individual, he was not just a charismatic actor. His fan club grew within the DMK and it did 15 years of work at the booth level, at the different capacities in the DMK, MLAs, ministers, MPs were there. So AIADMK was the integral part of DMK, and it came out, and so he had an organization. No other political the cinema actor who wanted to enter politics could create an organization. They had only a crowd. This was the problem in Karur. If it were a DMK or AIADMK or a BJP meet, this would not have occurred, because there will be volunteers, there will be leaders to control, and the police will work with them. But it is a crowd, and it is a crowd of onlookers, curious onlookers, and almost an anarchic group. So, and Vijay has been trying to give two perceptions to the public. See how many people are assembling for me, and how long they are waiting for me.
Yeah.
You know, this is a very, very wrong way of handling the public, and public which doesn't know how to behave. And the police also failed, because they equated this group, anarchic group, with an organized political party gathering, which has its own structure. Somebody will control. The police can tell, sir, you please look after, there is some problem there. Here there is nobody. So I think it was a failure of both Vijay and whatever his setup is, in not trying to have a proper way of organizing his own crowd, and the police to have completely left it and assumed that it is like any other political party meet. They should have increased the police force 2 times, 3 times to substitute for the lack of cadre of this anarchic group.
But many say he's got a lot of sentiment, even more than what perhaps a Rajnikant or a Kamal Hassan were able to draw, somewhere close to perhaps Captain Vijay, or if not more. And he may come up as an alternative. Will Karur now put paid to his political career? Will it redraw the lines in Tamil Nadu politics? You sounded very optimistic about the BJP. Where is the BJP in all this, sir?
You see, I am not optimistic about the BJP, means I am not talking about the BJP in immediate elections or anything. I am optimistic about the BJP because there is a vacuum that is being created in Tamil Nadu politics by the present actors. But so far as Vijay is concerned, I think he has his assumptions do not match with what he can achieve. For example, you mentioned Vijay Kant's name.
Yeah.
Where I was standing near my village, I was to cross the road and come to the city. I waited for almost 8 hours. But even he could manage only 8% votes. So I don't think this crowd is going to translate into votes. It can never translate it into a party first. So I think he is facing a very major challenge. Actually, Karur must have shaken his confidence. For example, even today, he has not gone to Karur to meet the victims. It's going to be a very big statement against him.
Yeah.
Which of course his opponents will exploit. I am not holding any brief for the DMK. It will make use of it for political purposes. So my own assessment is that Vijay's solo run has been at least temporarily stopped by Karur. He has to reformulate his strategy.
Right. But then that means that this is a DMK one-way trip altogether. There is no societal change that's going to be influenced. Do you think one of the few tasks for the Sangh going forward is to look at areas like this where societal transformation towards a Rashtriya Bhav has not happened even politically in terms of alignments? Kerala, Tamil Nadu,
no, I don't
Northeast, some states.
No, I think it's an underestimation of the work that is taking place. In Kerala, what is the difference between the Congress and the CPM? They are established political parties. They are surviving by the continuity of power either in the opposition or in the ruling party, and the same principle applies in Tamil Nadu. Even the Congress, with all its power at the center, even Mrs. Gandhi, when she rode back to power in 1980 and shared almost equal number of seats with the DMK in the 1980 assembly elections, to the shock of the DMK people and the entire political system of Tamil Nadu, could not make sense.
Right.
Because unless you create an alternative mindset in the people, because AIADMK and DMK share the same principles, same policy, same source, same leaders, but with one difference. AIADMK became the pseudo-nationalist party, which never allowed any other nationalist party to grow.
Right.
So Tamil Nadu is a very peculiar situation. AIADMK is not DMK, but it is still DMK. So to create a viable nationalist space require far deeper work in Tamil Nadu, because of the failure of the Congress, which handed over the entire nationalist space to the AIADMK.
Sir, my final question to you. Do you believe the RSS today, compared to the decades of the past, is far more accepted, has been able to convince a lot of people who never subscribed to the Sangh's thought process? And do you think that will manifest in the years to come in places like Tamil Nadu, Kerala, etc.?
You see, actually the RSS work should not be linked to the BJP.
Right.
The RSS is a work of long-term transformation of the country, and to prepare India for not only its development but also for contribution to the world, of which the BJP in the political field is an ally.
Right.
This is how I will look at it. So the RSS being defamed, defiled and brought to infamy through false propaganda. That false propaganda is losing credibility.
Right.
It is not that the RSS is tom-tomming about what it is doing and all that. In fact, the RSS Swayamsevak would not, it is not in his DNA to talk about what he is doing outside. He has been made to work without saying he is working for the country. That
Correct.
is the organization's DNA. So it is the enemies, adversaries of RSS who are failing in their fake narratives against RSS. And that is what is making the RSS acceptable.
Well, thank you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Time is of essence, so we'll have to keep it short, but look forward to you joining us here in our studios in the national capital very, very soon for a longer chat, Professor Gurumurthy. Thank you very, very much. Namaskaram.
Thank you, Anand.